Hello and welcome back to MLB The Show 19 and the Jason Parham Road to the Show. I'm Tyron Saber. Last time out, Jason faced off against the Marlins in Citizens Bank Park. He pitched for 7 full innings, allowed 2 runs on 3 hits, one of which was that Joel Sandoval 2-run shot. Collected 7 strikeouts and unfortunately got himself the loss. And unfortunately, it kind of looks like we're running out of time here. We are already 3 games back in the division. We're about that many games back in the wild card, so unless we can really turn it around and our opponents fall flat on their faces, it's looking like we might be sitting out this October. But hey, like I promised, I changed up Jason's look a little bit, gave him a haircut and a shave, changed up his equipment, got him that nice licensing deal with Under Armour for his bat or for his cleats and glove. And yeah, let's just finish out this season and have some fun. What do you say? Let's go get it. Got a training day here. What do we got? K per 9, circle control, cut break. We could work on more batting practice because that always makes sense. Reaction might be good. Get some control, I think. We need to get as much control as we can, I believe. All right. And given that we are pretty much already at our caps here, it doesn't really matter what we pick. We're right on the edge of a breakout. I can feel it. Let's make it let's make it happen today. Bro status with Andrew Stevenson, and we get to go back out here for the last game of the season, and this time it's going to be against the Kansas City Royals. Now, Jason has faced off against the Royals a grand total of 3 times. He has a 2-0 record against them, a 2.53 ERA, and a 3.53 WOBA, so they've had all right hitting results against Jason, but I would like to see that number go down some. Prevent runs, prevent hits, get out here, have some fun. So let's get out here and get it.
MLB The Show has baseball for you under the lights at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. It's the penultimate game of the year between the Kansas City Royals and the Philadelphia Phillies. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next, Jason Parham is on the mound for Game 2. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy's what every manager loves, right? He eats up innings, over 200 innings on the season already, and we don't see very many guys getting 200 innings in this day and age in the game of baseball. He's reliable, he's dependable, and more importantly, he eats up a lot of innings.
Leading off tonight for Kansas City.
All right, first up for the Royals is Alan Castilla. First time I've seen him, so let's see what he's got. Let's go.
First offering on its way. And the first pitch of the night here is taken for ball 1, and we're officially underway in Philadelphia. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, they come into this one fresh off a victory last time out that ended a 6-game losing streak.
Yeah, Matty, this place is buzzing right now. This team
fouled off the fastball down. That'll even the count.
They're looking to step on this team's throat and take the first 2 games of this series.
And a curveball below the zone gets fouled into the home dugout, and that'll be strike 2.
Lifted in the air to center.
Fly ball out to center field, but playable. And that'll be the first out of the inning.
First out of the inning. A chance now for a look at the Royals starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Look, Matt, everybody should be looking at the guy in the 3 spot. He's really excelled against right-handed pitching this season, hitting over 300 against them coming in. So given the matchup he's faced with here, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him make some noise at the plate.
Into the box now, Willie De La Cruz. As the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better. And in pitching, this guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers.
Let the catcher get that one, and it'll be the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Rich Kessler for the Royals. 11 plate appearances against Jason, about as many as anybody else on this team. Or I guess I should say 10 career. This will be his 11th. Changeup hung in there, and that'll be strike one with no swing.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely you see a pitcher of this quality.
And he's going to go left field with that one, and a line drive hit that gets in for a two-out single.
Nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up.
Well, I suppose that makes sense. Got a batting average of .455 against Jason in those 11 plate appearances, OPS of .1273, and a .525 WOBA, so you're just grateful it didn't go for any more.
In the game last night. First delivery to him on the way.
Curveball. Up a little more than I wanted, but it is strike one. Strike on the black, and that'll be strike two.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Curveball fouled off right at the bottom of the zone, and that'll be another 0-2 pitch.
First with 2 away.
Fouls off the cutter down and away.
Hey, get your pitch, drive it.
Hey, now we got 2.
Cutter just above the zone there, 1-2.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute.
All right, guess we'll give him the Showtime slider. Why not? Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 1 on the day for Jason, and that is going to end the inning.
Royals leave 1. So now the Phillies offense will see what they can do. No score. Digging in, Martin Oliveros.
Bringing up Martin Oliveros for the Royals here.
First pitch on its way.
Fouls off the cutter down. That's strike 1.
Able to foul it away. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces
another one down and in, 2-seamer this time, and it's fouled off.
2 different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Dero, that's one
of
the beautiful things about
1-2 pitch, cutter up and away, swung on and missed. Second strikeout of the day for Jason, and he can have a seat and get comfortable.
And one guy that throws below the speed limit.
Out here on the field, we got Velasquez, Sanchez, Eddie Almanzar, and Ramon Rodriguez on the infield. Andrew Stevenson, Eric Otska, and Jorge Soler outfield. We got Francisco Mejia putting down the signs, and on the bump, with Jason Parham, as usual.
This is going to be your
Mister.
stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
The first baseman.
Sliding into the box, Clayton Negri, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Fastball, 94, pumped past Clayton Negri at 94 miles an hour. Strike 1.
Good chance he's coming right back with the same thing.
Hey, we got 1 down here, 1 down.
And it's
Chops the changeup down for strike 2.
All day. Get your pitch up there.
Now here's the pitch.
Now we'll go curveball low and away.
And
fouls it off, staying alive, 0-2.
No score here as we play inning number 2.
Shake off that curveball call.
Raise it 1 here.
Go up and in with the cutter. Fouls that off as well.
Hey, get your
Now the changeup below the zone. Goes reaching for it, but they're going to call him no swing. Ball 1.
The 1-2. Heading out towards shallow right.
Oh, jammed him on that one.
And he brings it in for the
That's going to be the second out of the inning. Bringing up Ramon Torres, I think his name is. Yes, indeed. Shortstop Ramon Torres for the Royals.
So far this season. Here's the first pitch to him.
Cutter down and in, taken, ball one.
Doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Well, once again, we got the next stream for MLB The Show coming up today for MLB The Show 20. This episode recorded on February 13th of 2020. And the topic of the day is going to be Road to the Show. So needless to say, I will be paying very close attention to it and looking for any news, good or bad, which I might be able to relay on to you. So with the liner right at third base, that is going to end the inning. Salvador Perez, who has to be 1,000,000 years old by now, coming to the plate for the Royals. Fastball up and in at 95, taken strike one. Liner, slider taken right back up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit for Salvador Perez. He might be old, but he can still get it done with the bat, and that is going to put him on base
Your job is to get on in front of him. This
with
should
nobody
be
out.
interesting. Does he get the bunt sign? Do we play a little Billy ball and pull it back and try and play?
Carmine Mora coming up now for the Royals. Going to bunt his way. Try to bunt his buddy over to third base, or second base.
In now, Carmine Mora. He's had the pitcher squaring around as he puts this one down. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Had to play that one tough, but Jason gets him, and that's the sacrifice bunt. Rather that than give him an unearned base run base. It's the end of a long season here. I'm getting kind of tired.
But it doesn't quite find the strike zone. And he
Fastball, 95 down the middle, strike one. Hung a curveball there, and he reached for it. Pulled it foul because he was way out in front.
Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had
chops a curveball to the corner now, and that is 1-2 again. Fastball up and in, taken.
Let it fly. Let's go. Trust your stuff right here. Let it fly.
Hit hard to the right side.
Liner, but that one also foul. Slider down, strike three swinging, and that is the second out of the inning.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
And that'll bring up Willie De La Cruz for these Royals. 7 career plate appearances, 1 career home run against Jason. Strike him out with a pitch outside the zone, I guess.
He's set and the pitch.
Fastball below the zone, taken, ball one.
Fastball taken.
One up and away, taken, strike one.
The set and the 1-1. That's lifted the other way.
Foul, sprayed off to left field, but Stevenson's back to get it, and that is going to end the inning.
One left for Kansas City.
So Jason coming up to bat next inning. We'll see what he and his guys can do. Bottom 3, tied 0-0.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Jason Parham. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Rounded weakly down the line toward third. Garcia charging this one.
Well, that didn't help too much. Bouncer up the third base line, and that is going to be Jason out.
At the
And the Phillies get nothing done in the bottom of the third. So we'll go top four, tied 0-0.
He extended his hitting streak that last plate
And Rich
appearance.
Kessler at the
Now he
plate.
gets to get back into his zone,
Fouls off the
work on his
fastball.
craft and try and drive something in the gap. That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Fastball up and in. Cut action.
Now on 0-2, I don't
And that
think
is
we're
strike
gonna see
2.
any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably.
We're going to go ahead and give this guy the changeup low and away. Strike 3 called. Change the channel, my friend.
Well, we're all hearing his name in the
Strikeout number 4 on the day for Jason. First out of the inning.
Pretty hard to argue against it when you watch him dominate a guy on 3
We'll
pitches.
bring up,
Send him packing
who is
without
this?
the drop.
Roberto Garcia.
Now batting, the third baseman, Roberto Garcia.
Standing in now, Roberto Garcia.
Curveball just on the black. Called ball 1. Curveball away. Swung on. Strike 1.
Go, baby, square it up.
One of the things which will be new in this new year, which you may or may not have seen already, they are going to make official minor league rosters. So minor league players will be represented in the show for the first time in something other than a third-party roster created by a user.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Which is exciting if you want to, say, bring Timmy Tebow to the show. And really, who doesn't want to bring Timmy Tebow to the show? And that is going to be the third out, grounder over to second, and that is going to get him for the third out.
Now still with no score.
Bringing up the Phillies again. 1 hit on the day for them, 2 hits for the Royals, but still no scores.
Stepping up to the plate, Clayton Negri.
Top 5, nothing doing.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings.
So we'll see what we can do out here.
I think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Well, now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs
Clayton
have been at a
Negri at the
premium,
plate
and both
again.
starters doing it in different ways have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you can speak to this. Obviously, 2 different ways
Slow
to skin a
roller
cat.
over there to
One,
short.
this guy working
Got him.
4 quadrants,
First
keeping
out.
guys off balance. The other, a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story.
Ramon
like
Torres
two
coming
styles of
on.
pitches, but both getting the same thing, both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to
Change
get
up
around the
taken,
lineup, and
strike 1.
we've seen one guy with power and
It's
one
up
guy
a little
doing
more than I
more
wanted, but it was
skill
on the
and finesse.
inside, so all good.
Plays it first here.
The windup and the 0-1. High fly ball out to deep.
Caught a hold of that one. It's going to the wall, and that one is out of here.
Gone, a home run.
Ramon Torres knocks himself a home run, second he's got off of Jason in his career.
Solo shot here to
And that is going to put the Royals up 1-0 here, top 5.
And the Royals are on the board first.
Bad time
It's
for the home run
1-0.
bug to hit again.
Well, that ball right there was right up in the happy zone. It doesn't take much to drive one out of the ballpark when you connect on a high pitch like that. The backspin.
Well,
carried
pull your
that
pants
one
up,
right
Jason.
out.
Let's try it again.
The catcher, Salvador.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez.
Curveball outside corner, taking strike 1. We got the pulse pounder working, so now all of Jason's pitches will be faster.
That pitch now, eh?
Salvador Perez
95 inside, strike 2.
Hey, we need a strikeout right here.
We'll go slider down and away to Salvador Perez. He chops it foul. Stays alive 0-2.
Hey, one pitch right here. Come on now.
The next 0-2. And
Another
it's
one fouled
away.
off.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and
Try
a miss,
change
he's
up
gonna
down
have
now.
to get that ball a little bit
Swung on and missed way out in front of that one. Strikeout number 5 on the day for Jason, and that was going to be the second out of the inning. So he bounces back and comes back with a strikeout. The next guy he faces, and then gets himself the pitcher.
Bunt in his last plate appearance. Here comes the first pitch. sent in the air out to
Shallow fly ball, center field. Oatsky's got it, and that is going to end the innings. But 2 batters too late.
So they pick up a run.
Kansas City goes on top with that home run here in the 5th. So it's 1-0 Phillies going into the bottom of the 5th.
And the Phillies nothing.
Bringing on Alan Castilla here for the Royals once more.
He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners.
That's a nice play by the shortstop to range over and get that one, making a jumping throw to get the runner before he can tag the bag, and that is the first out of the inning. Nice play there from Eddie Almanzar.
Last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat.
Fastball down, taking strike one.
1 run on 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2
Holds up on that
anyway.
changeup, but it is strike 2.
Hey, one down now.
Mejia calls for an inside cutter.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Oh, just about swings on that one.
Cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough,
Curveball bounces on the plate, and that is ball 2.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Ran one in on him there.
That's over there to third.
And
he's got it. Second out of the inning.
First, but he's able to keep a foot on the bag.
Brings
over
up
there,
Rich
and that's
Kessler
out
again.
number 2. Digging in once again, Rich Kessler, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Now a
Fastball down,
right
taken.
low here. It's
Ball 1.
Hey, come on now. One time right here.
2 balls and no
Another one
strikes to
low,
the Kansas City
96
left
miles an
field.
hour.
Well,
I think
2-0
Jason's got
now,
that
and this is where he
recharge
makes his
going
money.
too.
If he gets a pitch to hack at,
So now he's throwing faster than before.
3-0 now.
Misses
I
98
wouldn't be surprised if
inside.
He had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
Hit in the air out to left.
Fanned off to left field, and that's how the inning goes away. 3 relatively quick outs. Brings the Phillies back up to bat, and Jason is leading off this inning. Let's see if we can't perhaps get something in play to help ourselves out.
Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Jason
Well, and in
Parham.
fact, they are going to let us hit here too, so that's nice.
Shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent.
2-seam up and away, taken for ball 1.
completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced?
Another
Other than
one
it's
up
been
and away,
fantastic.
ball
We'll
2.
see if that continues
Just
as
trying
we
to
approach
throw for some exercise here,
This situation
fella.
right here, I'm protecting my pitcher from himself. I know he wants to swing the bat and let the boys know in the
Fouls
clubhouse
off
that he
a
can do his
fastball
job,
there, strike
but I'm
1.
probably putting a take sign on right here.
Another fastball above the zone.
Great AB so far. I'd really like to see this guy work a walk and get on base for this team. Maybe give them a shot of confidence that they got a shot. to get
Fastball
back in.
down in the
3-2
corner.
now.
Try to draw a walk here. Let's not get greedy. If we get if we do get a chance to hit, great, but
Here's the payoff pitch.
that one's up. Take the walk, get on base, bring the next man around.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Andrew Stevenson. It's been an 0 for 2 effort.
I didn't need to subject you folks to the sight of the Philly fanatic.
1-1. Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1. Parham gets his lead at first, nobody out.
Hey, let him fly, let him fly.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll
Goes
do so unsuccessfully.
flailing
That's
after
for a
that
strike.
one below the zone for strike 2.
And a change
And another one. Change up below the zone gets Andrew Stevenson swinging, and that is the first out of the inning.
You don't get a chance to see a pitcher very often. That's one of the
Ramon
things that-
Rodriguez coming up to the plate. 1 for 2 on the afternoon.
Advantage for the pitcher because the hitters
Evening.
don't get to see that guy very often.
Line towards center field.
It's a liner into center, but they're back to get it, and that's the second out of the inning.
Forced to retreat back to first.
Eric Otska coming up. He's got 2 walks on the night.
The center fielder, Eric Otska.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses.
High fastball, taken ball
Clearly
2.
trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worried
And he
about
pops
that
that
run on
one
base.
up.
Garcia
Bang.
over to his left, and that ends the inning.
So Jason works the walk, but nothing happens on offense. So
Down 1-0.
Phillies come back up here, top 7, see what they can do on defense.
Ready for another shot now.
Roberto Garcia coming up.
Guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it.
Slider down and away, taken, strike 1.
Strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's
Do another
resulted
one.
in a game that could really go either way in these
Off the end of the bat there, that's strike 2.
Find something you like up there.
We'll go up and in with the 2-seamer. Popped up. First baseman's got it.
And this is taken in for out number 1.
Velasquez looks it in, and that is the first out of the inning. Martin Oliveros coming up to the plate.
Oliveros, he got on top of one and was
Inside
grabbed out
slider
there
is the
last
call.
time. First
Though this
delivery
one
to
can
him
go
on the
pretty much
way.
anywhere.
Here's a
Outside
good
corner is
breaking
where it
ball as he
winds
gets the
up, and that
ball
is
to
strike
center.
1.
1 run on 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. And this will
That one
ricochet
kicks off
the
of Jason's
mound.
ankle.
Oh, and he can't pick it up
And
cleanly.
Rodriguez fans on that one, so that is going to wind up being a base hit here for Oliveros.
Got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic. Of course.
Well, that'll bring up Clayton Negri. We'll see what he can do.
I think he's going to try to continue. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Curveball below the zone, taken,
He
ball
doesn't
1.
get the call with the breaking ball.
Hey, now we got one. We got one.
Slider down and in, ball or strike 1.
Oliveros, base runner at first with 1 out. Hit on the ground out for short.
That one's past the shortstop out there, so they're going to drive one over to second, put a runner in scoring position with, I think, only 1 out. That's going to bring up Ramon Torres once again.
Ramon Torres will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball.
Changeup, bottom part of the zone, strike 1.
Has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far.
Chops a changeup down and away, strike 2.
Come on now, get us a 2-ball.
Hey, have a rip like you can. Here you go.
1 and 2.
Fastball above the zone at 97, strike or for ball 1.
Right there, try and get the eye level.
I don't want to strike out so much as I want.
Had to sit back on the changeup.
Want a double play
and did a
ball.
good job to get the bat on that one. First and second now, 1 man out.
Curveball down, taken, ball 2.
Hey, one away, one away.
Fouls off the fastball down and away.
He was able to foul
Sees
out
another
the ball.
1-2-2
You could tell it was
pitch.
Definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his time.
Dang, he is getting a whole bunch of everything. Well, now that we've trained his eye, shoot, I was hoping that would hit the corner.
Hey, this is a heck of a battle right here. Long AB. You know what?
Well, what the hell. Let's give him the old ant special. Curveball, strike 3 called on the up inside corner. Why would you do that, Jason? What kind of person does that to a man? But your joy is short-lived because now you got to face off against Salvador Perez, Professor Emeritus of the plate. What are we going to do? We're going to strike him out. That's what we're going to do.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch.
Goes reaching on that one, and that is strike 1.
2 men are on with 2 men out. There's a ball into right center
That one's lined out into right field. They're going to send the runner from right field, and that is going to be the second run in. So Jason fumbles it down the stretch and lets a run come in to score. Martin Oliveira scores on that one, and that is going to be all for Jason today. Allowed 2 runs on 6 and I think 2/3. Did the best he could, but with no bats coming from the Phillies, not much you can say. So it's up to those bats and the bullpen to try to pull this one out of the hole that they're in right now. Last game of the season. Let's see how it turns out. Survey says.
And that's save number 33 on the season for him, matching my career best for a season. The difference is,
well, unfortunately, there are no miracles to end this season. Jason pitches for 6 2/3 innings, allowing 2 runs on 6 hits, one of which was that Ramon Torres home run. Collects 6 strikeouts and gets the loss. He goes to 17-5 on the year, and he goes to 117-50 on his career. His ERA has gone to 1.73. His FIP is at 2.69, and his xFIP is at 3.36. So that's going to do it for me. I'm Tyrant Saber, and I will see you back at the clubhouse. Well, I can't say I'm terribly surprised. We finished 2 games over 500 on the year, but that was not good enough to make the postseason. The division winners for this year wind up being, let's see, Miami Marlins, of all teams, win the National League East. The Pittsburgh Pirates take the NL Central. The San Diego Padres take the NL West, and the wildcard teams are the Giants and the Brewers. American League East, the Red Sox take the AL East, the Indians take AL Central, and the Astros take the AL West, with wildcard teams being the Rays and the Blue Jays. So it's an AL East wildcard. Let's see what the awards were on the season. Nomar Mazara won Most Valuable Player, and Cy Young winner on the year was Kurt Stapleton of the Miami Marlins. I guess that last loss of Jason's really hurt him bad, along with the fact that Stapleton had something like, 35 more strikeouts than Jason on the year. Can't be helped. Jason's streak of winning Cy Young awards stops at 2. He's already got 4 on his mantelpiece, so I don't think he's going to be hurting too much about that. And, well, he's just going home for the year. So let's take a look at the brackets one more time before we get into the simulation. We got a Toronto-Tampa Bay American League wildcard. The winner of that goes in to face Boston in the ALDS, while the other side of the divisional series is Cleveland versus Houston. We got Milwaukee Brewers versus the San Francisco Giants in the NL wildcard. Winner of that goes to face off against the San Diego Padres in the NLDS, while the Pittsburgh Pirates face off against the Miami Marlins in their half of the NLDS. Let's pick a team and stick with them. I think we'll go with, the San Diego Padres, see how they do in the postseason. By the way, the wild card, San Francisco wins the NL wild card, Tampa Bay wins the AL wild card, so let's see how it goes. San Diego gets swept by the Giants in the NLDS. San Francisco moves on to the NLCS. Tampa Bay is 2 games up on Boston. I guess we'll switch to our other longtime team. Tampa wins Game 3 but loses Game 4. Tampa Bay moves on to the NLCS. Game 5 of the Astros versus Cleveland ends in an Astros victory, so your ALCS is Houston versus Tampa, and your NLCS is the Pirates versus the Giants. So, follow the Astros for a while, I guess. Game 1, 2, lose Game 3, 4, win Game 5, so they're on the ball. It's a 3-2 series with Pittsburgh on top. They win one more game, they're in the World Series. Astros lose Game 6, and in Game 7, they win it, so they go to the World Series to face off against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Game 1 of the World Series, Mike Vento, our old friend, versus Landon Grissom of the Pittsburgh Pirates, ends in a Houston victory. Jack Flaherty versus Antonio Senzatella, former Rocky. That's a win as well. So Houston up 2-0 at home. Must be banging on trash cans. Hiroshi Fukumori of Houston facing off against Nelson Park, former Tampa Bay Ray of Pittsburgh. Loses at away to Pittsburgh. Game 4, Robbie Brunner versus Andrew Heaney. Lose that Game 4 to Pittsburgh, so they're tied. Fred Lindsay of Houston versus Patrick Corbin, former Diamondback of Pittsburgh, and they lose that as well. So home team has taken all 5 games this year. See what happens in the return series to Houston. Pittsburgh is on the ball, 3-2. Mike Bentoto versus Lennon Grissom. They win game 6 of the series, so tied 3-3. Jack Flaherty versus Antonio Senzatella for all the marbles. The Astros have defeated the Pirates in the 2026 World Series. I guess they never learn. So once again, home team wins pretty much all the games in the series. So we'll move on to the offseason this year. Get a couple retirees. See who, if anybody, I recognize. John Ryan Murphy. We lost... Who did we lose this year? We're getting into the point... James McCann and Jose Altuve finally call it a career. We're getting to the point where a lot of these players are not their regens. They're randomly generated players by the game. They're no longer the present-day players. Jacob deGrom, Carl Edwards Jr. Let's see. Kenley Jansen finally calls it quits. Ty Block, Marcus Stroman. Go ahead and flip through the rest of these. Tucker Barnhart's gone. Mad Bum's gone. Aledmus Diaz, Derek Dietrich, Mike Fultonavich, Freddie Freeman. Some names I'm sure the Braves among you are sad to see go. Adeiny Echeverria, Kelvin Herrera. Superman Jack Kirkland finally calls it a career. That's a shame. We did love Jack Kirkland, but it looks like he's called his career in 2026. Shelby Miller's gone. Mike Moustakas is gone. Gift Enoepe is gone. Marcell Ozuna calls it quits. Stephen Piscotty is done. JT Riddle. Who else? Marcus Semien is done. Tyler Skaggs, who also was alive in this file, so it'll be the last we see of him in Jason's career. Tyler Thornburg is gone. And that looks to be it, and of course you can always flip through that in slow motion if you'd like to see if your favorites are on there. Mad Bum is inducted into the Hall of Fame with 210 wins, 153 losses, 3,227 innings pitched, and 3,052 strikeouts. An incredible career for the Mad Bum. See if we can only aspire to get up to that level ourselves. So that brings us to the offseason. We got nothing to do in terms of contract because Jason is signed up through about 2035 or so. So I guess we'll just sim through the offseason, have a conversation with our agent.
Early winter check-in.
All right, we'll talk to the agent. We're happy enough right now. So the big thing this year was lack of offense. The Phillies did not have the bats we needed to really compete this year. And before I get too crazy, I need to remember to actually look for transactions here. We've traded for Todd Beckett, or we traded for Rich Rosario for Jorge Soler. Signed a couple, not really big names here. Sim through the rest of the month, I guess. Not really seeing anything crazy here right now. And really, once you get into January, February, the signings get a little less impressive. So let's take a look at what the lineups or the roster looks like right now. Jason Parham, of course, still the top player on the roster. Relief pitcher Chris Valdez coming on behind him. at 95 overall. We got Raymond Cortez in left, 94. Chance Cisco behind the dish at 92. Kevin Purvis in the rotation. Kyle Crick, bullpen. Enrique Cardenas. Why does that sound familiar? I guess he's been on the Phillies his whole career. Mejia, Gutierrez, Otska, Rosado, Frederick Gonzalez on closing pitcher. Steve Ordonez, he may make it into the majors on this one. Enrique Liriano. I don't know. Not seeing a lot of players that are really incredible right now. Getting some better pitching prospects, looks like, so we might well have a better bullpen this year, but I'm more concerned about our bats. Yeah, see, pitching is first in the league, but contact is rated 26th and power is rated 25th, so here's hoping that we can actually slam some balls next time around. I'm going to play through the spring training in my own time because I don't want to subject you to all these games. And I suppose, I think I'm going to give it probably a week. Probably come back to it about the week of maybe the 25th when I come back with new videos for Jason. I'm going to take a couple days off, cool my heels, refresh myself, and come back ready for a new season. So that's going to do it for me. Until next time, I'm Tyrant Saber, and I will see you at the ballpark.